Talk a little bit about your collaboration with your editor, particularly with the story being there's so much tension that you keep throughout and that you don't really see the antagonist.
I mean, we basically just had to make sure it didn't lag for any, if we could take care of somehow making it not lag and keep this well-shaped and, if the moments made sense and then just getting out of scenes earlier, entering scenes later. And then we do a lot of screening, as I mentioned, and that sort of helped us because if you were sitting behind people and they start coughing or checking their watch or their cell phone during the screening, that might be an area where it's dragging.
It's usually a sign that there's a problem.
I got to say, just from an editing point of view, that montage of us building the database with the different scenes of us going over the directories with the rulers, and I thought that was just a masterful montage.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that was daunting at the beginning because there was lots of footage of books and computer screens and stuff, and I was like, how's this going to go? But once you have a decent rough cut, then it gets a little easier.
Yeah, and I think we both felt like, we have this habit of, I'll finish shooting the movie, I'll give Tom about 2 more weeks, I'll usually just crash, and then I'll show up at the edit room, and then we'll watch the movie, and then usually go out for a lot of drinks, and then
Steaks.
just steaks and drinks, and just try to not talk too much about it, and then approach it the next day. And the whole large segments of the movie were working. We just could feel it, and you could feel it in performances, and I could see it in his early cut, which was really strong. Then it was just the refinement. How do we, like you mentioned, the tension of the film, how do we maintain that? And some of that is a combination of tone and pace. And that, it's almost a tough thing to quantify, but it's just kind of being really rigorous with it and relentless. And it's why time is always our biggest friend, just that we can, even if we can take breaks, which we would, or come back to it or get away from it. There's always a push because edit rooms cost money. Technology is helping that to some degree, but whenever you can get away from your work and then come back to it, it's incredibly helpful. It happened to Josh and I in the screenplay stage. We were pushing to make the movie about a year earlier, and we just couldn't get it together for a number of reasons. And we both went on to other projects for about 5 or 6 months and literally just put the screenplay aside. And then I was back out in LA editing, and Josh was living out here, and we would starting to get together mornings and open up the screenplay again with fresh eyes. And man, that was incredibly valuable to us because we could just see all our mistakes, all our missteps. We just had a real distance from the material, and it just, it's always hard to do, especially as, filmmakers, especially as young filmmakers, because you're just like, I've had so many filmmakers call me and be like, I got money, I gotta go. And like, I understand and respect that urge because it's the only thing that will get the movie made at the end of the day. It's like your greatest, weapon is just that energy. But sometimes it can bite you because it's just not ready, and so your desire to see it get made maybe it can become your greatest weakness because it's just not ready.
And you only get one first film usually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not your best possible thing.
I think always you only get one first film.
Usually you get one shot.
One shot.